then you can unmute yourself, and then let me put my view into speaker view, and can my co-hosts spotlight me, I guess. Okay, first of all, so Linda, am I spotlighted? Because right now I'm seeing Michelle on the screen. Spotlight for, okay, here I go. All right, so hi everybody. It's our November PaperWorks meeting. My name is Bobby Wilson. It's great to be with you. We have 41 people here already for our Zoom meeting, and hopefully more will join us. So a lot's been going on in this last month, and one thing I would like to say is I've been hearing from people that you want to start meeting in person, and we all do. We all want to see each other and have that. The board talked about it at its last meeting, discussing the options for it. I do want to tell you that St. Philip's is still closed. And when that's where we usually meet for our monthly meetings. And they will let us know as soon as they reopen. It has been hard planning for the board because, you know, we were hoping to be meeting in person in September, and our speakers were lined up, and they were very disappointed because they couldn't do it live in person. So we've had to, Terry's Enfield has had, it's been a lot of juggling to figure out who will speak over Zoom, because not everybody wants to do their presentations over Zoom. So we are really working on finding a place to meet up when we can. And, you know, there's a broad range of opinion on the board about meeting in person. Some people absolutely will not meet in person, and some will. So, you know, maybe by March, we are hoping to have an in-person meeting. Although, on the other hand, we realize that the Zoom meetings are great for out-of-town people. So we're going to have to learn to juggle that too. I'd like, if you want to put your comments into the comment box or give a show of hands, if you would show up to a meeting at St. Philip's Church when it happens. If you want to, you know, let us know if you'd be willing to do that. Some people are not willing to do that. We'd be in an enclosed space. So we'd like to get your opinions and feedback. Thank you. If you would be willing to meet in person. We are meeting in person with our small classes and workshops, and those are held at the Pastel Society. So we are trying that. And for those, we are requiring everybody to be vaccinated. And it has worked well so far. So anyway, I just want to let you know that we are working on it, and it's not easy. We are also looking on trying to find a space possibly in January or December for just a casual get together and or a swap and sell. We all know our closets are full of art supplies or things that we could get rid of. And maybe just a swap or exchange, a clean out your closets. That's always been popular in the past. We could put our stuff on tables, visit with each other, and distribute our journals. So anyway, that's what we're thinking of. We're working on it. We are trying. Okay. I also wanted to, I've welcomed some new members in our pre-meeting from 9:30, met a couple of new people, which is great. And if there's anybody else, we do welcome you. If you want to unmute yourself and say hi to the group, you are welcome to do that, or put something in the chat box. But when we have meetings in person, you'll find that we're a really friendly group, and you'll make lots of good connections with others in PaperWorks. Okay, I'm going to go to the webpage. I haven't done that for a while. And let me see, I'm going to do share screen and desktop. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so our PaperWorks webpage is something that I just want to go over with you. It has lots of information on there. We're featuring, Ian Lusick does a wonderful job featuring members and their artwork. This is a rotating show here on the front page. And we have past challenges on here. And yeah, okay, so that's our past stuff, but I want to get to our members. And this is important. Our membership year is coming to the end, and it is time to renew your membership. So we give you all the membership benefits, and on this page, you can pay your dues. It's very easy by PayPal right now, or you can write a check if you want to and send it by snail mail, and the address is here, but it's $40 for the year. Our membership year is from January to December. So if you want to be included in our membership list and have access to all the wonderful things we do, please, you can start rejoining now, and that will be done. If you join in October, November, or December and are a new person, you'll be automatically, you'll get those extra couple months free. Okay, and on our, let's see, our membership gallery, I wanted to show some of just once you're a member, you can put your work up on our gallery. And I just want to highlight a few of our members here. Diane is a longtime member. Here's Diane's work. It's really fun to take some time and just go through what people do. And Diane loves red. I have some of Diane's encaustics, but I don't know if you're doing encaustic anymore. No, but yeah, I love Diane's work. So it's fun to read member statements. The next one, Erin Newman. Erin just asked me when we're meeting again. Let's see, here's Erin's. And Erin is a paper quiller. And actually she does exquisite work. She was all set to teach a class for PaperWorks when COVID hit, and that was canceled. But anyway, she does exquisite work. I hope Erin's here. And we'll be getting back to normal one of these days. Another person I want to feature in the gallery is Mara Crummons. And where's Mara here? Here's Mara. Mara has a great background. It's so fun to see what she did, and just her wonderful collages. I love them. And Mara did a wonderful little collage class for PaperWorks, an hour little demo, which I believe is still on our website if you want to look at that. It was like 5-minute collages, I think is what it was called. But I love Mara's work, and she's always expanding on what she's doing with collages, and I see it on her Instagram page. Roxanne Rossi, I just want to give you a quick shout out to Roxanne. And Roxanne is going to be our speaker next month. She does some really cool work. I remember her painting, these were at the Tucson Museum of Art, the dresses, and it was also in our show when PaperWorks had a show at Ventana Gallery. And I saw something very similar to this collage piece when I was in Santa Fe last week. She's in one of the galleries in Santa Fe. So it was, I'm looking forward to hearing from Roxanne. A new member of ours is, let's see, Jenny Sweo. And Jenny couldn't be here today, but she's going to give us a little talk next month about what she does. She just moved to Tucson. Her husband works at U of A, and she's quite the artist. She talked about this a little bit. These are all tiny dots, paper dots, her work, and the work is large. So we'll hear from Jenny next month. Okay, moving on. I am going to talk about, well, not programs yet, we'll talk about that. Education, and I'd like to, I would like Michelle to unmute herself. And if Michelle could unmute and talk about Suzanne more in our upcoming workshop with Suzanne.
I would love to. Thanks, Bobby. Bobby is highlighting our website where we have information about Suzanne and just a little bit about her. I believe she's not here today. She's really busy teaching and creating art, but she'll be here with us next month. But the thing to know about Suzanne is she's a lettering artist, a painter, and a printmaker, and she weaves words and painted images with form and content and structure. So if you page down, Bobby, you can see some examples of her work. She takes lettering and text into a whole new art form. And in this workshop, you can page down even more. She's going to have us explore mark making, handwriting, using all kinds of tools and papers and elements which she will bring. So one of the great things about Suzanne and the class that Joe and Maria taught is they bring everything to the class. And Suzanne wants everybody to try new media, new techniques. So she provides all the tools and media so you don't have to go out and buy all new art supplies. Because what if you try it and you don't like it? Now you have new art supplies. So I'm really looking forward to that. Page up just a little bit. There, keep going. And so we can see how the dates in front of everybody and the registration information. The dates for this class: February 10th, a half day after our meeting, February 11th and February 12th. We are going to open sign up as soon as this meeting is over. So Anne will activate that PayPal button, the brown box right there that you see. You go directly to the website, click on that, it will take you to PayPal and you can pay that way. We do have a maximum of 14 people for space, and one instructor teaching 14 people is a lot. So we have a maximum. Our COVID policy is on this page. As Bobby mentioned earlier, vaccines are required. So if you sign up, you're implicitly saying that, yes, you are vaccinated. We do not have a mask requirement, but I will say the room at Tucson Pastel Society is very large. So there's plenty of room to spread out. So I think that's it on Suzanne. I hope you consider this. This is just going to be a really, really fun class.
Yeah, I think we're very lucky to have Suzanne do this. She teaches all over the country and is well renowned. I think it's going to be perfect for PaperWorks. And unfortunately, our January workshop canceled. Yeah, so anyway, we're dealing with that too, just because of COVID. So I hope that you will sign up for Suzanne War, but don't beat me to it because I'm signing up. So you can beat me to signing up for this. Okay, I think it'll be a great class. Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah.
And Sue, for all your work on, getting us together, learning. Okay, moving on to creative meetups. We don't have anybody to chair creative meetups yet, but I just want to talk about the Poetry Center a bit. And if Anita or Joe want to say anything else about the Poetry Center, if you could unmute yourself and say a little bit about Poetry Center.
I don't know if Joe's here. Or,
Okay, so Anita, you want to talk to us about what's going on and just an update?
yeah, update on this would be an update on the exhibit, which is happening in April. The deadline is January 15th. That'll give you enough time after the holidays to get your work in. I want to remind you that if you enter this show, this exhibit, your work, whether you are accepted into the Poetry Center exhibit, will be in the online catalog no matter what. You can also then enter your artist's book at the Pima County Community College show, which is this spring as well. That is a non-jury show so that your work can be in that work. So if you enter this show, you are automatically, your entry fee will put you in the online catalog. If you show at the Poetry Center, that's great. But you can also show books that aren't in the Poetry Center at Pima County College, Community College. Let's see, what else did I want to say? Oh, something kind of important. Photographs for this show. To be in the catalog, these photographs need to be looking pretty professional. So you'll look on the, actually very professional. So if you look on the submission form, we have 2 people who are actually PaperWorks members who are willing to photograph your work if you're not able to do that yourself. We are requiring a gray, neutral gray background so that the catalog will look nice, but also most artist books look best with a neutral gray catalog. So it's to benefit the way your work looks as well as to get into the show. I think that's all I have to say.
Okay.
Poetry Center is very excited. I've sent in, I could have read that for you today, but I've sent in a description of our show without knowing who's in it or what books will be actually in the show. But I gave it a lot of thought, and knowing PaperWorks members and the work that they will submit to the show, I was able to, I think, represent PaperWorks, and the description of that show will be coming out in the Poetry Center brochure shortly, I guess, for spring. They're putting it together right now. The deadline was now. So that's exciting. So I think that's all I have to say, but be sure to think about entering, you all. It's going to be a great show. They have the great new display cases. By spring, we can have a nice opening, unless something awful happens. But if we keep on track here with COVID, I think we will have a nice opening together, and it's going to be a fun time to be together in the spring.
Thank you, Anita. Yes. So also the Poetry Center, well, we've been meeting as a small group once a month. I think that's over now. But if you want to look at any of our, the Meetup group, if you want to look at previous recordings, they're on our YouTube channel. And it was really nice for people to exchange ideas and show their books in progress, whatever.
Bobby, we're having one more meeting.
Oh, you are?
Which is what, Saturday, coming up Saturday.
Oh.
We're having another meeting, and this is an open meeting. We don't have any guests planned to speak about their work, so that anybody who attends this meeting can bring their work in process, finished, mistaken works, get feedback if you want, request feedback, and also just ideas and thoughts. So
great.
It's been a great group, and I think this will be the last meeting as far as I know, because of the holidays are coming up and the deadline's coming up as well. So please attend. Anybody's welcome, whether you've attended the meetings before or not. Just go to the Creative Meetups and find the link there and attend it Saturday at 10 a.m.
Great. And I've just put the link up here. So yeah, go to our webpage and you can get in. And it's fun just to sit and listen to what people have done. Thank you, Anita.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And previous ones are on our YouTube channel if you want to listen to those. Last month, we talked about our other meetup groups, our sketching group, which is great. And there's information here on how to contact the people that are the coordinators for those groups. There's a PaperWorks art book club. And there is Altered Books. And I'm going to talk, Myrna is trying to get something started. So this is a startup and she wants people. I'm going to let her talk in a little bit about that. So also, I just wanted to mention to anybody, somebody, she's not a member, but she called to ask, is there a fiber arts meetup group within PaperWorks? And I said, not that I know of. A lot of us dabble in fiber arts and, you know, we do a lot of different things, but I thought that was a great idea. And I know there are some really wonderful fiber artists in PaperWorks. And so I'm just throwing out there, you know, if anybody wants to start a meetup group for that, I think it would be really good. Okay, moving on. Exhibitions, we just talked about that. So yes, exhibitions, we have the Poetry Center coming up. And then we have the Pima College show will be in April. I just want to talk about real quickly, Take a Bow, some of our members who are in juried shows, and you can spend more time looking at the works. So Judy Bjorling is at Roche Tissue. So, and Rebecca Gans, her work. The Power of K Squared. Joanne Hungate. Joe Kubran. Diana Creighton. I got to see these in person at the Oracle show this weekend. Lovely. Diana was our speaker a few months ago. Lynn Hart's work. She's a fantastic tapestry. And Jenny Sweo, who I just mentioned, a new member of ours. Sherry Pasternak is in Tubac, Center for the Arts. Barbara Kemp Cowlin is up in Phoenix at Foundry Gallery. And those are just some of our talented members. So if you have a piece that got into a juried show, you know, let our webmaster Ann Lusick know, and she will put it up there. Okay, I'm going to stop share. Let's see, how do I get out of here? Help, help, help. New share. Okay, tell me how to get out of here again.
Up at the top in the green.
Yeah, put it red.
No, up in the green, it says you are viewing on your view options.
Let's see.
In Zoom, not on the web.
Yeah, okay.
Up higher, Bobby.
There.
There you go.
Remove, wait, screen, am I still sharing?
No.
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so moving on, I wanted to talk about Maria and Joe's workshop, which was this past weekend. And I asked the participants in the Exquisite Corpse to talk about what they did. And those people are Roberta Warshaw, Diana Davis, Emily Sullivan cannot do it, Lynn Hart and Carol Morgan. Any of you want to unmute yourself and just talk a little bit about the workshop this past weekend?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Carol, and I was a participant. I have to say that it really got my creative juices going. We were very supportive of others, each other's work, and it was just a nice exchange. We worked well together, and we produced a creative corpse, and it was fun. The thing of it was, though, I must say, is that we wanted more. We had so much fun. So that's all for me. And I thank Joe and Maria for all their hard work schlepping stuff to our class and cleaning up after us. It was just wonderful. So thanks so much.
Great. Anybody else? Roberta or?
Yeah, I can talk about it. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. Let me try to spotlight you. Okay.
Okay. So I put my book together. We couldn't put our books together at the class because the ink was still wet. So this is the cover. We learned how to make a chop. And can you see this okay?
Yes.
Okay. And also to make an indentation to put the chop. So it kind of adds a little something extra to your book cover, which I never really knew how to do that. I didn't know about that. So I really did learn something very new. So let's see if I can, oh, wait, I still can't figure out how it opens. Okay, so here's the colophon with the chop and then the information about who was in the class and who created the book. And here is, I don't know how much I can get on here, but this is everyone's line of poetry. Everybody creates a line of poetry based on the person, the last line of poetry. And so it turns out to be quite an interesting little poem that you create, because you don't, you see the person ahead of you, but then they don't see the person after you doesn't see the person ahead of you. So it's, I don't know if I'm making sense, but anyways, that's that was the book we made, and it was a great class. And yeah, we want more, because we talked about doing one with imagery, which would be really fun. They had brought, Maria and Joe brought some examples of ones that they had taught previously with imagery, and it looked like really fun to do that. So yeah, it was great, and we had lots of fun with that little printing press. And that's it. That's
Great.
We're looking forward to more. So.
Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
It does look like a lot of fun
It
there.
was.
Yeah. Great. Well, it looks like a good, and I know that Joe and Maria are both great teachers, and everything is, very well organized. So that's wonderful. Okay, I want to move on to Sue Agnew, and can we spotlight Sue? Let's see, where is Sue here? Let's find Sue, and she's.
Hello.
Okay. Hi, Sue.
Hi. Last winter, we tried a new thing with PaperWorks, which was a winter postcard exchange. We do it in the summer, but we had never done it in the winter. And I've been hearing from people, are you going to do it again? So we will do it again. And this is like a no rules kind of thing, except for the post office rules. But you can use any format, any medium, any theme, as long as you can mail it. And so the way to sign up is to send me an email. I'll put it in the chat, agnew.sue@comcast.net. And if you would please help me by putting your name and your mailing address in the email. That way I have it right there in front of me, and I can organize things in a simple way. And I think I will you can start anytime emailing me, and I will take signups until the December e-news comes out. And then the end of that week, I'll stop taking signups and we'll send you the names. So then you've got December, January, February to send postcards, and there's a lot of holidays in those 3 months. So if you want to send holiday cards, or if you don't want to send holiday cards, it's totally up to you. And then in March, we'll have a slideshow about and take pictures before you send the cards.
Okay.
So I think that's everything I need to tell you.
Okay. Sounds great. So can people put their name in the chat now, or you prefer that they email you?
I would rather get an email because the chat is so
Okay.
hard to keep up with and all
Okay.
that.
Could you just put that information though in the chat?
I will,
Right?
yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Sue has been great. She's done this for eons almost, or a long time.
My very
you've done a-
my very first postcard pal was Libby Kruger.
Okay.
And then she suddenly passed away. She had a
Yeah.
aneurysm, I believe, brain aneurysm. And so in her memory, I took over
Oh,
hosting.
nice. Nice. Thank you. Thank you, Sue. Okay. I'm going to ask Myrna now to talk about the Altered Books meetup that you are trying to get started. And Myrna, I think you might be, are you muted? Can I hear you?
I just unmuted.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
Okay, good.
So-
So,
Tell us what you're up to.
okay. So as Bobby said, this is a new meetup I'm trying to start. It's Altered Books, exploring sculptural possibilities. And I made a few things. I found some videos online, some YouTube. This is low tech here. Can you see this? I'm just
Yes.
on my. So this is a folded book and it has its covers still on. And then I took the cover off and folded the book, an Audubon book, and it sort of curls up on itself. So there's, lots of stuff online. I also have some books here that I thought we could use as a jumping off point. Folded book art. Some of it's kind of simple and crafty, but it sort of explains the basics. I think that's kind of cute, the shaggy dog. And then some hanging birds, which incorporate some folding for their wings. I also have this book. It's a little more complex than the first one, Playing with Books. And, there are a lot of things which we may or may not be interested in, like making jewelry from the pages and paper ornaments. As I said, some of this stuff is kind of crafty. A book paper wreath, that's kind of basic. And then you can shape books by hand, like making templates and cutting. Anyhow, so that's an apple. I don't know if you can tell.
Yes.
But I have to say, the book that is inspiring me the most is this book. It's just an art book. It's not a how-to. And there's some wonderful things in here. And I thought what we could do maybe as a group is find things we love and discuss them and maybe try to make them. This woman uses water. She wets, this is an atlas. She wets the book pages and shapes them into forms and does beautiful stuff, I think. Here, this is kind of cute. Some people use the covers, some people don't. That one did. Oh, here's some more of her work. A lot of people, there's carving into books. I don't know if you can see all the many layers.
Yes.
What they do is they take advantage of, what's inside the book, like exposing the different colors. And okay, here's a chess set.
Great.
Sort of. I've got a couple more. Here's some more carving. You see here, they're kind of exposing the edge and utilizing the colors that occur. This is interesting how this woman carves the children out of the cover and then a hole into the pages of the book. This is, just manipulated books. I love that one, into a flower. This is funny. This is an encyclopedia. She calls it petrified. She puts it in a kiln. And it seems to me there's a fine line between desiccation and fire.
That's funny.
Here's, just people kind of shredding artistically. I just have a couple more that I like. I know a lot of people in the group paint. So this guy obviously does these very large installation and paints the spines of the books. Here's an example of his work completed, or a few of his works. And then the carving, this is what they call selective carving. This is two-sided Gray's Anatomy. So what she's done is, she just carves away everything except what she wants to expose, like the vertebrae and that sort of thing. So, they're just infinite possibilities. And, I think of the group as being collaborative. I think of it kind of like a book club, everybody bring in things from the internet or books that interest them, and we can discuss them and maybe try to make them and help each other, figure out how to do them and just, do projects that way. So I thought, at first it's like a book. I'm thinking of it like a book club, but then I thought, well, it is a book club. It's just we're not reading them, we're altering them. So it would be on Zoom for, the foreseeable future. And if you're interested, please contact me. I can put my email in the chat.
Great. I really appreciate you trying to get something started. And it's, it's a wonderful spark. People can give each other great ideas and feed off of each other. So even if we only have a few people, it's a great little group, 4 people, 3 or 4 people. So, and then we'd love to see what you make. So thank you, Myrna.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on, I want to spotlight Jerry Murano, and let's see, Jerry, are you there? And Jerry's you need to unmute yourself, Jerry. And Jerry's going to talk to us about the library, Friends of the Library sale coming up, and we need to do it pretty quickly, a couple of minutes. I'll give you.
I will. Thank you. Can you hear me? Am
Yes.
I unmuted?
Yes.
Okay. This is perfect timing coming right on the heels of Verna. So for those artists in the group who like to work with specifically collage, multimedia, altered books, people who like to do upcycled art, I just wanted to announce that the Friends of the Pima County Libraries is starting in-person book sales at the Book Barn. And I'll put it in the chat section, the address and the time. It starts tomorrow. Every month we have a 4-day sale, and the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, once a month. The Monday of the sale is what would be perfect for artists who like to use recycled stuff, ephemera. Monday will be the 15th, and it's bag day. The you bring in one of the library blue bags, or you buy one at the door. It's $1 at checkout, and you fill the bag with everything that you want. There's a ton of good stuff left at the 4th day. Books, movies, music. I'm the manager of the vintage section for the sale, and there are so many wonderful pieces and parts of books that cannot be used as books anymore. Some of them do have mold. Some of them are really beaten up, but we have a lot of precious volumes from the 1800s that have incised covers that would be beautiful to use in a multimedia project. So again, I'll put all the information in the chat, and I'm an upcycler. I love to upcycle the Friends of the Library. We try to sell books as books And then after that, we try to get them to go to third-party sellers. And then after that, we get paid per ton and they get turned into pulp, everything we can do to keep them out of the landfill. So this is a great service that the library does, and you can really make out on bag day, $10 for everything you can stuff into one of our blue books. It's 8 to 2 on Monday, coming up Monday, but the sale starts tomorrow.
Okay, great.
Any
And
questions?
well, and if you would put that information in the chat or
I will.
would be wonderful.
Let me see if
And
I can find
I think
chat.
that's appealing for a lot of people. So thank you so
I
much.
think so. You're welcome. I'm looking for chat, but it's going to be up there once I can find it
Yeah.
on my.
At the bottom of your screen, there should be a chat where you see a little chat. You'll find it. You'll
I'll find it. Thanks,
Yeah.
Bobby. Thank you.
Okay. Moving.
Miriam, Bobby, Miriam Ati has her hand up. Do you see it? Miriam has a question in her hand up.
Miriam, do you have a question?
No, that was just voting to.
That was the voting.
To come and meet in person.
Yeah. So thanks. Thanks, Miriam. Okay, I'm going to do a real quick screen share again. Let's see. I want my desk. I think this is it. Desktop. Oh, I don't want. Let's see. Okay. Hold on. I want to talk about the golden demo. So we are going, let's see, how do I do full screen? Here's the golden demo. We have scheduled for January 6th. It's a Thursday and it's 1 p.m. and it's via Zoom. And to register, you're going to register with me. So you're going to send me in an email saying you want to do the golden demo and just with your email address. I send the whole list to Phil Garrett, and then he will send me the link. He sends the link to everybody on that list a few days before the meeting. So I will not have the link to his meeting, but what he will talk about golden paints. He came to PaperWorks a few years ago and gave a demo for everybody. And afterwards you do get, he will email, Golden will send you a package of freebies afterwards if you've attended the demo. So it's free, it's at your house, and you need to sign up by January 3rd to me. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you about. And we'll have more in the e-news. Now, come on. I want to get rid of that. And I want to just show you a little bit of our planning meeting, our planning calendar. Okay, so first of all, I just want to tell you what we're kind of planning for 21-22 for PaperWorks. Our speakers so far, and I know Suzanne Moore is going to be one of our speakers in January. Terry probably has more to fill in here for our programs, but it's a nice time now to take, note these dates. It's always the second Thursday, and put it on your calendar so you don't forget, because I think our meetings are great. So don't forget. So we have our general meetings planned. Our exhibits are going to be the Poetry Center. The deadline is January 15th. It will be starting April 5th at the Poetry Center. And we will also have a Pima College show, which starts April 22nd. And that is open to everybody in PaperWorks. It is not a juried show, and there'll be more information coming. Special events we have planned. We have a golden paints demo, which I told you about, January 6th. We are looking to do a swap and sell. We don't know if we're going to be able to do this. 20th anniversary. We have our journals almost ready, and we want to distribute them also. So maybe a little open house. something. We're working on it. We can mail these to you too, but it would save on postage and it would be nice to get together. The cave paper tour we did last Friday went really well, and we are looking forward to doing that again. And I'll arrange something in February or March for that. And maybe a potluck in the spring. We hope to get us together. Suzanne Moore will be doing a wonderful workshop for us in February. And then our challenges, we have our winter postcard exchange. We have our Small Treasures art exchange, and that's open to everybody. And you don't have to be a bookmaker. It's whatever small treasures you make. And we will have a show of our small treasures. That's coming up January, February. And then we're going to have a paper exchange in March and April. So we have some things going. So if you're not a member of PaperWorks, it is time to join up. Okay, that is about it. Now I want to go to Barbara Collin. So let's find Barbara and spotlight her. There she is. Hi, Barbara. I just want to say are you muted?
No, I think I'm unmuted.
Okay, there you're unmuted. So I just want to say it was a real pleasure to visit you in the Oracle Studio tour, and I got to chat with you a little bit on Saturday. And Barbara did a wonderful residency at Oxbow the past 3 weeks. So you want to tell us about what you've been up to?
Sure. Well, let's see. I came back from a residency at Oxbow, which is in Michigan, about 3 weeks ago, I think. So I'll just talk about that for a second, and then I'll talk about what's behind me up there. So for those of you that aren't familiar with what an artist in residency is, there are tons and tons of them all over the world, actually, and they can all be quite different. You have to submit to get into one, and oftentimes they're quite there are quite a few people that apply for any one, so it's really competitive. Sometimes there's just a residency for one person, where you would stay and have a place and do your work. Other times it could be a group of people, and with a group, you would probably get your own studio space. Some of them are project oriented, so you have to apply with a project in mind, and then you're expected to work on or complete that project during the residency. Other times they're more open-ended. The one that I was involved in at Oxbow, which is one of the oldest residency programs in the country. It's been operating for over 100 years, and it's pretty prestigious, actually. There were 18 people from all over the world there, and we had 2 mentor artists who were well established at 2 of the biggest galleries in the world, most respected, who spent the 3 weeks we were there with us, and we had 2-hour sessions for the first week in the mornings, where we all talked together about arts and the art world and all kinds of stuff. And then they did artist talks at night. There were 5 visiting artists that came in over the 3-week period and stayed for 3 to 5 days. And all of the mentor and the visiting artists came into each of our studio spaces and did a critique of our work. And then all of them also did artist talks in the evening, and all of the 18 residents also did artist talks. And then in between all of that, and plus there were some workshops in the afternoon that were optional, because Oxbow has a full ceramics facility, a full metals facility, a full glass blowing facility, a full printmaking facility, and then there are the studio spaces also. So it was really very exciting. a kind of a life-changing experience, and I had really positive feedback on my work, which was pretty exciting. So what I was doing was an installation and a painting. And so you can kind of see behind me, I reproduced it a little bit. I did a painting on paper that was 9 12 by 12 sheets of paper, which you can't see in this, but and then I did an installation of hanging work, and I started to work on 3-dimensional sculptures, which you can see one in the background. I don't know if you can see my arrow, but you can see actually 2 of them made out of foam core. And my idea with all this is to work toward getting a show with my paintings and an installation that would be a kind of an environment that people could walk through. So it was really amazing that I had that opportunity, and it really freed me up to spend time just doing my artwork and, you know, being around other really motivated artists and learning a lot. So that's it. And
Sounds like a wonderful experience, Barbara.
It was amazing, and I met amazing people, other artists from all over Barbados and Puerto Rico and Canada and Taiwan, so as well as all over the United States. So it was pretty amazing. So
and Barbara told me it's amazing how much work you get done when you don't have to cook, clean, email, social media, right?
Yeah, there was virtually no internet. In fact, you couldn't even use your cell phone there. There was no signal unless you took a hike and you were really lucky that hit just the right spot at just the right time, which changed every day. So yeah, pretty much you were just doing your work and talking to other artists and watching these fabulous artist talks in the evenings and eating fabulous food too. So
sounds like heaven.
Yeah, it was heavenly. So then I did the Oracle Studio tour, which Bobby and several other PaperWorks members came to, which I really appreciate. And because I put so much work into the installation here, I'm going to leave it up also because I don't feel like I don't have the energy to take it down and pack it away. I'm going to leave that up for the next week or so. So if anybody in PaperWorks would like to come up and do a studio visit, I'd love to have you. Or if a little group wants to come up, just send me an email or give me a call. And I guess I should put that in the chat to get in touch.
Yeah.
So.
Barbara's studio is just so colorful and happy and full of light. It's very nice. So it was nice visiting with you.
Thank you, Bobby.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Great. I wanted to, there was one question in the chat, and this was from Rosemary Ray. And she's asking a question about the Poetry Center. Does the poetry have to be original, or can you integrate other poets' published work? I missed the beginning of the presentation. Can maybe Anita, Anita,
I'm here.
Talk about that real
Yes.
quick?
No, it does not have to be original writing. It does not have to even be poetry. It can just be a word. It's the artful use of words. So you don't need to be concerned about, is my writing poetry? No, it doesn't need to be. A word is just fine. Yes, you can use other people's writings as long as you have their permission, or they're in the public domain now. That would be just fine.
Okay.
And I hope that answers. If you have any questions, look on the submission form. My email's on there. Just email me. I'm happy to answer anything, no matter how small or whatever. Also, watching the altered books and seeing what that group is up to. I do hope we have some submissions for altered books. That would be fabulous to have some of those in the show as well.
Great. Lovely. Okay, well, we have 4 minutes left. I got through all of this. I will say? Does anybody have anything they want to say? We have a couple minutes before we introduce Rosemary.
Could I just say something?
Yes, who is this?
Roberta.
Oh, Roberta.
Yeah, yeah.
Warshaw. Okay.
So I'm doing the Instagram account now, and I was wondering if people would mind if I take like if we feature one of the members like we do on the webpage. If we do that on Instagram, we could put a little blurb about the person, like they can write a statement or whatever, and then we could put 5 or 6 of their, samples of their work. And if they do have an Instagram account, if they, sometimes people don't want to be on Instagram. So if they could let me know if they don't want to be on Instagram. And also if you are on Instagram, if you could put your Instagram tag, your name of, your account on Instagram in the chat. So, so that I could follow you. And then, you could follow PaperWorks and if there's anybody missing or whatever. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Great. Thank you, Roberta. I forgot to introduce you as the new,
That's okay.
I forgot that. Yes, you are the new Instagram person.
Yeah.
So that is great. And it's fun to follow, and thank you, because I really don't know much about it, but
It's really a good way to get the work out there.
yeah, and it'd
get
be
the-
great if our members would show their stuff on
Yeah.
our Instagram account. Our PaperWorks Instagram account would be
Yeah.
great. So
Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
Right.
I have a quickie. Sherry.
Yes. Hi, Sherry.
Hi. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, I have some spots left. I'm teaching at Art Verb Academy. Both Michelle and I teach for them, and I'm teaching a class this weekend on paper collage with encaustic. So if anyone is interested, if you can't find the Art Verb website, I will type my phone number and my email right in here on the chat. Okay, 9:30 to 4:30, both days, Saturday and Sunday.
Great.
Okay.
I've taken classes from Sherry before. Good teacher, Sherry. Sherry, when are you moving?
Going down in January to find a place to live with my boyfriend. Actual move will probably be mid-May.
Okay.
So my house goes for sale on December 1.
Oh.
A few more weeks to get it prepared.
But then you'll be having workshops down in Mexico that we can all
Yes.
fly to, right?
Absolutely.
A PaperWorks
Yes.
meeting down there, that'd be great.
Absolutely. There are
That'd be
some nice
great.
studios there. Yep.
Wonderful. Okay.